Hi everyone, today I show you how to crochet Santa. We are almost in December, it's definitely time to make your Santa, and let me show you, I have a surprise for you. There is Mrs. Claus as well. I made both of them. This video is a tutorial to make Santa, but I also made a tutorial to make Mrs. Claus. So in the tutorial, I will show you every little step to make Santa, but if you prefer a written version of the pattern right here, you can purchase a PDF file on my Etsy shop and then print it. Thank you so much if you decide to do that, because you are supporting a small business and I can keep making videos and writing patterns thanks to you. So the link is in the description. Step, you will see it's an easy tutorial. It's only with single crochet. Single crochet is like the hardest stitch in the pattern. So you will see it's very easy. It's quite long because there is a lot of pieces, but it's not complicated at all. And now let me tell you the list of supplies you will need to make this Santa. So if you like to purchase the same supplies as me, the links are in the description. Just so you know, some of them are affiliate links. It means I make a small commission if you purchase from it, but the price is exactly the same for you, so you don't have to worry about it. I just have to disclosure it. Also, if you want to get similar yarns as me that is available in Europe, the link is in the description as well. Just so you know, the use of different supplies from the ones that I indicate may vary the final result. You don't have to use the same brand of yarn, but the weight category, also called jauge, has to be the same for a similar result. So I used, for the full Santa, I used a hook 6mm. And all the yarns that I use is a weight category 6. Is also called super bulky. So all my yarn is from Premier Yarn. I use Parfait Chunky for the full Santa. For the red, the color is called Cardinal, and I used a little bit more than one skein. Then for the white, I use white, and I use less than one skein. For the skin color is called shell, less than one skein as well. And for the feet and the belt, I used Parfait Chunky in color chocolate. Then for the buckle of the belt, I used a little bit of yellow acrylic yarn. Don't buy a full skein of yellow acrylic yarn because you really need only a little bit, so if you have any type of yellow yarn at home, you can use that yarn. Then you will need darning needles. You can use regular darning needles, but I like using the ones that are curved. I just think it's easier to sew the elements with a curved darning needle, so the link is in the description. Also, you will need thin red and white cotton thread. I always sew the elements with cotton thread. I just think it's more convenient, but you can also decide to sew the elements with chenille yarn that you use to crochet. It's up to you. And if you would like to save some time and you don't like sewing, like I really don't like sewing, and also if you don't plan to give it to a kid, you can also hot glue the pieces together with a glue gun or craft glue from Elmer's. I just want to let you know the bond is better with hot glue, so it's up to you. You also need a lap counter because we will count a lot of rounds and rows, so it's definitely an essential. Then you will need stitch markers, sewing clips, you will need some stuffing. So to create the eyes, I actually used two safety eyebrows of 17mm. That's why they are a little bit curved like that. It's actually eyebrows that I used for the eyes. Then we have the glasses. You don't have to buy glasses if you don't want to. I just think it makes Santa a little bit cuter, but it's up to you. You have the dimension on the screen. I recommend these dimensions just because it fits perfectly the head of Santa, and the link is in the description. I bought them from Amazon. Lastly, you will need two small pieces of pipe cleaner, so approximately 6 inches each, to give a nice shape to the mustache. The following video is a step-by-step tutorial to crochet Santa. You have the dimension right here on the right on the screen. You can get the written pattern on my Etsy shop as a PDF file, and I also made Mrs. Claus, so you can get the pair. The link is in the description, and thank you so much for the support if you decide to purchase the pattern. So you will see at the end of each round or row there is a number in parentheses. It's actually the number of stitches to have at the end of this specific round or row. It's very important that you count your stitches to make sure that you follow the pattern correctly. In the making, I do use hot glue to keep some pieces together because I do not like sewing. I'm sorry, and it also made me save some time, but feel free to sew pieces if you don't want to use hot glue. Also, you don't have to keep long tail of chenille yarn at the end of each pieces because you can also sew with cotton yarn. If sometimes a video goes too fast, you can slow it down in the YouTube Reader settings. Let's get started, and please let me know if you have any question. So here is a list of abbreviation I will use in the pattern. So R is round, O is row, SC is single crochet, CH is chain stitch, SL is slip stitch, deck is decrease, ink is increase, BL is back loop, BLO is back loop only, FL is front loop, and FLO is front loop only. So let's start with the head. You will need your hook 6mm and the shell chenille yarn. So you start with a magic ring and you make 6 single crochet in the ring. When you make your magic ring and the single crochet in it, make sure to close the ring little by little. Don't wait until the 6 single crochet are made to close the ring. If not, your yarn will break. So you see I make 2 single crochet, I close a little bit, 2 single crochet, I close even more, and you will see thanks to that your yarn will not break. Then round number 2 is 6 increases. That will give you a total of 12 stitches at the end of the round because it's 2 single crochet in 1 stitch. So round number 3 is 1 single crochet, 1 increase 6 times. So 1 increase, don't forget, is 2 single crochet in 1 stitch. And at the end of this round, you should have 18 stitches. Now you will make 5 rounds of increases. So round 4 is 2 single crochet, 1 increase 6 times. You get 24 stitches at the end of this round. Then round 5 is 3 single crochet, 1 increase 6 times. Round 6, 4 single crochet, 1 increase 6 times. Round 7, 5 single crochet, 1 increase 6 times. And finally, round 8 is 6 single crochet, 1 increase 6 times. And you should have a total of 48 stitches at the end of this round. So now from round 9 to round 13, you will make only 1 single crochet in each stitch. So it's very easy, no increase, no decrease, just 1 single crochet in each stitch for 5 rounds. So after 5 rounds of single crochet, this is round 13, and you will count 45 single crochet on the round, started from the first one, and you will place a thread on the 45th single crochet. This is actually where you will place the safety eye later. Then the next round is also one single crochet in each stitch. So this will be actually the 6th round you make of single crochet. So this is the end of round 14. I just wanted to show you how I crochet on top of the red thread, just to show you. So on this round, so round 14, you will place a thread to mark the 4th single crochet of the round. So you count 1, 2, 3, 4, and you place the second thread. And round 15 now is also one single crochet in each stitch, and that will be your 7th round of single crochet. So now we will only crochet in the front loop of the round. So you see this is the front loop only. Instead of crocheting in 2 loops, you will only use the front loop. And you will make 10 single crochet, 3 increases. So 1 increase is 2 single crochet in the same stitch. So 3 increases, 22 single crochet, 3 increases again, and 10 single crochet. And this is important to count at the end of this round and to make sure you have 54 stitches at the end of this one. So now grab your live counter, it's important. We will make 6 rounds of 1 single crochet in each stitch. So from round 17 to round 22. So now we will place the safety eyes where the two threads are, and then you can remove the threads. If you notice that the safety eyes are not positioned exactly like in the video, or they are not aligned, make sure to place them again. You know, look at my video and try to place them approximately at the same place as me. So voila, you should have something that looks like that right here on the picture. You can see the two eyes. And now round 23 is 7 single crochet, 1 decrease 6 times. So you start decreasing the number of stitches to make the head smaller. 1 decrease is actually grabbing 2 single crochet to make only 1. So to do a decrease, I will show you on the video right here. So 7 single crochet, 1 decrease. Here you see you grab the 2 front loops of the 2 stitches and you make a single crochet with it. So that's a decrease. So you do that 6 times, 7 single crochet, 1 decrease, and you should have a total of 48 stitches at the end of the round. So after that, we will make 3 rounds of decreases. So round 24 is 6 single crochet, 1 decrease 6 times. Round 25 is 5 single crochet, 1 decrease 6 times. And round 26 is 4 single crochet, 1 decrease 6 times. You should have 30 stitches at the end of the round. And after round 26, you can start stuffing the head. So after that, we will make 3 other rounds of decreases. So round 27 is 3 single crochet, 1 decrease 6 times. Round 28 is 2 single crochet, 1 decrease 6 times. And round 29 is 1 single crochet, 1 decrease 6 times. You should have 12 stitches at the end of the round, and you can finish stuffing the head. Last round is round 30, and you will make 6 decreases. That will give you a total of 6 stitches at the end of the round. And then I will show you how to close the head. You will leave 6 inches of thread, then you will cut it, and you pass this thread through the loop to tie a knot right here. So it makes a knot, and then with a thread and a darning needle, you will pass it through the front loops of the 6 previous stitches to close the circle. So here you see I will pass it through the front loops of the 6 stitches. And if you pull on the thread, it will close the circle. Then you can hide the thread in the head and cut the excess. So now let's make the hat. You will need your hook 6mm again, and you will start with 51 chain stitches with the white chenille yarn. So once you are done with your 51 chain stitches, you will join the first chain stitch to the last chain stitch with a slip stitch. So right here, you join both chain stitch, and you will start crocheting in the same stitch as the slip stitch. You will make 3 rounds of 1 single crochet in each stitch from round 1 to round 3. So once you are done with your 3 rounds of 1 single crochet in each stitch, you can cut the thread and make an invisible finish. So to make an invisible finish, you will need a darning needle, and I will show you on the video. You just create a fake stitch just to make the finish less obvious. And you can also hide the thread from the initial chain. So now insert the red chenille yarn with a chain stitch in the back loop of one of the 51 white stitches. So right here you have your chain stitch. Start crocheting in the same stitch as a chain stitch and make 1 slip stitch in each stitch in the back loop only. So now we will make 2 rounds of 1 single crochet in each stitch. So grab your lap counter, you will need it, and it's round 5 and round 6. Voila, so you are done with your 2 rounds, and I show you how to weave in the red yarn to hide it. So now we will make round 7. So you start by making 1 single crochet, and then you will make a series of 8 single crochet, 1 decrease 5 times. So don't forget the first single crochet at the beginning of the round. And you should have a total of 46 stitches at the end of the round. So now round 8 is you start with 1 decrease, then you make a series of 5 single crochet, 1 decrease 6 times, and you end your round with 1 decrease. You will have 38 stitches at the end of the round. So now round 9 is 1 single crochet, then a series of 4 single crochet, 1 decrease 6 times, and you end your round with 1 single crochet. Make sure you have 32 stitches at the end of the round. So round 10 is 1 single crochet, then a series of 3 single crochet, 1 decrease 6 times, and you end your round with 1 single crochet. You will have a total of 26 stitches at the end of this round. I forgot to film round 11, which is 1 single crochet in each stitch, so you still have 26 stitches at the end of this round. Then is round 12. You start with 1 single crochet, then you make a series of 2 single crochet, 1 decrease 6 times, and you end your round with 1 single crochet. You should have a total of 20 stitches at the end of this round. Round 13 is 1 single crochet in each stitch, so you still have 20 stitches at the end of this round. We are almost done with the hat. So round 14 is you start with 1 single crochet, then a series of 1 single crochet, 1 decrease 6 times, and you end your round with 1 single crochet. You will have a total of 14 stitches. Round 15 is 1 single crochet in each stitch, so you keep your 14 stitches at the end of the round. Round 16 is 1 decrease, 12 single crochet. Then you make 8 rounds of decreases, so you see like it's 1 decrease, 11 single crochet, round 17, then 1 decrease, 10 single crochet, 1 decrease, 9 single crochet, 1 decrease, 8 single crochet, and it goes on until round 24, which is 1 decrease, 4 single crochet, and you should have a total of 5 stitches at the end of the round. Then you have round 25, which is 1 decrease, 3 single crochet, and this is the last round for the hat. And now we will close the hat, so it's the same way as we did for the head. You leave 6 inches of thread, then you cut it, you pass the thread through the loop to tie a knot. And with a thread and a darning needle, you pass through the front loops of the 4 previous stitches to close the circle. And this time, don't cut the excess because we will use it later to attach the pom-pom. So now to make the pom-pom, you will need white chenille yarn and your hook 6mm. You start with a magic ring and you make 6 single crochet in the ring. Then you make 6 increases, so 2 single crochet in the same stitch, and I will give you 12 stitches at the end of this round. Now this is round 3, you make 1 single crochet, 1 increase 6 times to have a total of 18 stitches. Then round 4, 2 single crochet, 1 increase 6 times to have 24 stitches. Round 5 is 1 single crochet in each stitch, so you keep 24 stitches after the round. Then round number 6 is 2 single crochet, 1 decrease 6 times, so that will give you 18 stitches at the end of this round. So round 7 is 1 single crochet, 1 decrease 6 times. You should have 12 stitches at the end of round 7. So after round 7 you can stuff the pom-pom to make it more round. And then round 8 is the last round, you make 6 decreases. And then you can close it. So this is exactly the same technique as I used for the head and for the hat. And now you can attach the pompon to the hat using the red thread left from the hat. Make the body of your Santa, you will need your hook 6mm, red shiny yarn, and you start by making a magic ring and 6 single crochet in the ring. Now you will make 6 increases and that will give you a total of 12 stitches at the end of the round. round 3 is 1 single crochet, 1 increase 6 times, and you will get 18 stitches at the end of the round. So now we will make 7 rounds of increases. So round 4 is 2 single crochet, 1 increase 6 times. Round 5 is 3 single crochet, 1 increase 6 times. Round 6, 4 single crochet, 1 increase 6 times. Round 7, 5 single crochet, 1 increase 6 times. Round 8 is 6 single crochet, 1 increase 6 times. Round 9, 7 single crochet, 1 increase 6 times, and last round of increases is 8 single crochet, 1 increase 6 times, and you should have a total of 60 stitches at the end of round 10. So now we will make round 11. It's only in the back loop, so you see this is a back loop I just showed you, and you will make 1 single crochet in each stitch only in the back loop, and you will still have 60 stitches at the end of this round. Now you can grab your lap counter. We will make 6 rounds of 1 single crochet in each stitch, so from round 12 to round 17. Once you are done with these 6 rounds, you can place a marker to hold the yarn. We will need it for round 21. Now insert a white chenille yarn with a chain stitch in the front loop of the first stitch of the round. So I showed you where is the front loop with the darning needle, so right here, and you make a chain stitch, and then you will start crocheting in the same stitch, and you make in the front loop only 1 single crochet in each stitch, and this is round 18. So now we will keep crocheting in the white part, and we will make 2 rounds of 1 single crochet in each stitch. So this is round 19 and round 20. So once you are done with these 2 rounds, you cut the yarn and make an invisible finish. And now you can roll the white part over the red part. So right here you see you roll over. Voilà. So now back to the red yarn secured with a stitch marker. We will crochet into round 17. In the back loop only, you will make 1 single crochet in each stitch. You will need your lap counter because from round 22 to round 28 we will crochet 1 single crochet in each stitch, so for 7 rounds. I'm sorry, I forgot to film. And this is the end of round 28, so that's what it should look like. Now we will make 5 rounds of decreases. So round 29 need 8 single crochet, 1 decrease 6 times. Round 30, 7 single crochet, 1 decrease 6 times. Round 31, 6 single crochet, 1 decrease 6 times. Round 32, 5 single crochet, 1 decrease 6 times. And finally, round 33, 4 single crochet, 1 decrease 6 times. And you should have 30 stitches at the end of this round. Voila, now you can stuff the body. Voila, make sure to stuff it well because you want a chubby Santa, you don't want a skinny Santa. Finally, cut the thread and make an invisible finish. So now we will make the belt with brown shiny yarn, and you will make a chain with as many chain stitches that you need to wrap around Santa's belly. So for my Santa, for example, I had to make 55 chain stitches, but you will have to check with your own Santa. So here you will see I check if it's long enough. If it's not long enough, you can keep making chain stitches. So once it's long enough to wrap around your Santa, you skip the first chain stitch from the hook and start crocheting on the second chain stitch from the hook. And then you will make 1 single crochet in each chain stitch. And once you are done, you can cut the thread and make a classic finish. So you just pass the thread through the loop to make a knot. Voila. And now you can attach the belt around the belly. So I just show you on the video how I did. And now we will make the beard with white shiny yarn, and you will start by making 15 chain stitches. Now you can skip the first chain stitch from the hook and start crocheting on the second one. And you will make 1 single crochet in each stitch. So at the end of this row, you should have 14 stitches. Now turn your work without making a turning chain and start in the first stitch from the hook. I suggest you inserting a stitch marker on the first stitch of the row and on the last one to make sure you don't miss stitches. And you will make for 5 rows 1 single crochet in each stitch. So make sure every time you turn your work not to make a turning chain, you just turn your work. And when you make row number 6, place a marker on the first stitch of this row because you will need it for later. Now turn your work without making a turning chain and make 3 single crochet. Voilà, turn your work and you make 1 decrease, 1 single crochet. Turn your work again and you make 2 single crochet. Turn your work, make 1 decrease. One last time, turn your work and make 1 single crochet. And then you can cut the yarn and pass it through the loop to make a knot. So now we will crochet on the other side. You can insert white chenille yarn with a chain stitch in the... You remember the stitch marker we put on row number 6, so this is where you insert your yarn. You make a chain stitch and you will start crocheting in the same stitch as a chain stitch. It's hard to say. And now you will make 3 single crochet. Voilà, now turn your work, no turning chain, and 1 decrease, 1 single crochet. Voilà, turn your work, 2 single crochet. Turn your work, make 1 decrease. And finally, last row is 1 single crochet. But that time, make sure to not cut the yarn, because we will need it. Place a marker to hold the yarn. Now you will fold the 2 corners like that and block them with a sewing pins. Voilà, so you see your the piece gets more rounded in the corner. And now we will make single crochet along the edges to create a frame. Also place a stitch marker on the first single crochet, like that you will know when you are back to it. Voila, once you are back to the stitch marker, you can cut the thread and make an invisible finish. Now we will make the exact same piece, so follow the same bead instruction to create a second identical piece. So I will see you right after. Now you will put the two pieces on top of each other and only the front sides are visible. And so you see you have the two pieces, you put them on top of each other and you can put some sewing clips to make sure it stays in place. So insert white yarn with a chain stitch in one of the stitches surrounding and make slip stitches following the contours. Use the loops of both pieces to crochet the slip stitch. It will attach them together. And stuff lightly your work before the end of the round. Just lightly, don't put too much stuffing. And now I show you how I did everything. And once you are done, you can cut the thread and make a classic finish. And make sure to hide the thread as well. So now we will make the moustache. You will need a white shiny yarn, you make a magic ring and you make 8 single crochet in the ring. Make sure to make 8. Usually it's 6, but that time it's 8 single crochet. Now we will make 5 rounds of 1 single crochet in each stitch. So this is from round 2 to round 6. So now round 7 is 2 single crochet, 1 decrease 2 times. And it will give you a total of 6 stitches at the end of round 7. Now round 8, I forgot to film. It's 1 single crochet in each stitch. And then last round is 3 decreases. This is round 9. So 3 decrease, it gives you a total of 3 stitches at the end of the round. Now, place a marker to hold the yarn. Voilà. Now you can grab the pipe cleaner and fold it in half. Cut it so it's the same length as a crocheted piece right here. Also make sure to twist the hands so they are secure. And I also add some tape to make sure it's really secure. Voilà, now you can insert the pipe cleaner in the mustache. Voilà, now you can cut the yarn and make the classic finish as I showed you before. You will pass the thread in the 3 previous stitches to close the mustache. And now follow the exact same pattern for the other side of the mustache. So you will have 2 sides, like that. And now following the arrow in the pictures, you see right here the red arrow, sew both parts together with white cotton yarn. And now this is done, you can just curve the mustache and give it a nice mustache shape. Mustache shape. Voilà. So cute. It's my favorite part of the pattern. We'll make the arms, so you will need red chenille yarn, you make a magic ring and 6 single crochet in the ring. Now you make 6 increases, so that will give you a total of 12 stitches at the end of this round. Now round 3 is 2 single crochet, 1 increase 4 times, and you should have a total of 16 stitches at the end of round 3. Now you will make 2 rounds of 1 single crochet in each stitch, so this is round 4 and round 5. So now round 6 is 2 single crochet, 1 decrease 4 times, and you should have 12 stitches at the end of this round. And then you will make 2 rounds of 1 single crochet in each stitch, so this is round 7 and round 8. Now you can place a marker to hold the yarn, and we will need this marker for round 13. Now you can insert a stitch marker in the back loop of each stitch, so that it's a total of 12 markers, so in the back loop only. So now insert white yarn with a chain stitch in the front loop of the first stitch of the round, right here. Start crocheting in the same stitch and make 1 single crochet in each stitch in the front loop only for 1 round. So you see, only in the front loop. So now we will keep crocheting in the white part right here, and you make 1 single crochet in each stitch, so this is round 10. Now round 11 is 2 single crochet, 1 increase 4 times, so you will have a total of 16 stitches at the end of this round. And finally round 12 is 1 single crochet in each stitch. So this is the last round for the white part. So once you are done with round 12, you cut the yarn and make an invisible finish. And you can roll the white part over the red part, right here. So it creates like a little sleeve. And see, you can take out the stitch markers to make them more visible. So now let's go back to the red yarn that was secured by the stitch marker. And this round will be crocheted into round 8. And you will make in the back loop only 2 single crochet, 1 increase 4 times. And to make sure you only crochet in the back loop is where the stitch markers were. So you make 1 stitch, you remove the stitch marker, 1 stitch, you remove it. So like that, you know exactly where you have to put your hook. And at the end of this round, you should have a total of 16 stitches. Voila, now you can stuff the little glove right here. So this is a glove of Santa. And we will only stuff the glove, we will not stuff the arm. And then from round 14 to round 23, we will make 10 rounds of 1 single crochet in each stitch. And once you are done with these 10 rounds, you can cut the yarn and make an invisible finish. And follow the exact same instruction for the second arm. We'll make the feet with brown chenille yarn, and you start with a magic ring and 6 single crochet in the ring. Then you make 6 increases, so that will give you a total of 12 stitches at the end of this round. Round 3 is 1 single crochet, 1 increase 6 times. You will have 18 stitches at the end of round 3. Now you make 3 rounds of increases, so round 4 2 single crochet, 1 increase 6 times, round 5 3 single crochet, 1 increase 6 times, and round 6 is 4 single crochet, 1 increase 6 times. You will have 36 stitches at the end of this round. You will make 3 rounds of 1 single crochet in each stitch, so this is from round 7 to round 9. Now round 10 is 2 decreases, 28 single crochet, and then 2 decreases. So you start by making 2 decreases and you end your round by making 2 decreases. And you should have a total of 32 stitches at the end of this round. And then we will make 4 rounds of decreases. So round 11, 2 decreases, 24 single crochet, 2 decreases. Round 12, 2 decreases, 20 single crochet, 2 decreases. Round 13, 2 decreases, 16 single crochet, 2 decreases. And lastly, round 14, 2 decreases, 12 single crochet, 2 decreases. You should have 16 stitches at the end of round 14. Then you cut the thread and make an invisible finish. Now you can stuff the foot and follow the exact same instructions for the second foot. Now we make the ears with a shell chenille yarn, and you start with a magic ring and 6 single crochet in this ring. Then you make 6 increases, so that will give you a total of 12 stitches at the end of this round. So once you are done, you can do an invisible finish and do the exact same thing for the second ear. for the 2 pieces of hair, you will need white chenille yarn, and you start by making 7 chain stitches. So now you can skip the first chain stitch from the hook and start crocheting on the second one. And you will make 1 single crochet in each stitch, so that will give you a total of 6 stitches at the end of this round. Then you can cut the yarn and make a classic finish, and follow the same instruction for the second piece of hair. So now we will make the eyebrows. I will recommend to make them if you don't have the glasses. If you have the glasses, you don't have to make them, except if you like the look of Santa with glasses and eyebrows, so it's up to you. And with white chenille yarn, you start by making 5 chain stitches. Then you skip the first chain stitch from the hook and start crocheting on the second one. And you make 1 single crochet in each stitch. That will give you a total of 4 stitches at the end of this round, of this row. So now you can cut the yarn and make a classic finish. Make sure to weave in the ends, so it means just hiding the end in the piece. And now make the same thing for the second eyebrow. So last part of this tutorial is the assembly. So we will put all the pieces together. So assemble and sew or glue the pieces as shown in the video. If you decide to sew, I find it easier to use a curved darning needle and feed cotton thread. If you decide to glue, it's easier to do it with a hot glue gun. And also I recommend to pin all the pieces first and then glue or sew them, especially for the face. Just like that, you have a little overview of what you are doing before sewing everything. We will start by sewing the little feet. So for the belt, create a square buckle by embroidering yellow yarn. If your yellow yarn is thin, you can also double it to make sure the thread is thick enough to make a nice buckle. So for the arm, sew on round 23 single crochet from the arm. It will look like the end of the arm blends into the body. So the rest of the arm is not sewn to the body, only the single crochet from round 23. So now sew or glue the head and the beard.
Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. O'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtail ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight.
So for the beard, only sew where it's indicated by the arrow. You see, only at 2 places.
What fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Voila, then place the glasses if you have them and sew and glue the mustache.
It is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. A day or two ago, I thought I'd take a ride, and soon Miss Fanny Bride was seated by my side. The horse was lean and lame, misfortune seemed his lot. He got into a drifted bank, and then we got upset. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way.
If you don't have the glasses, I recommend you to place the eyebrows. If you have them, you don't have to use the eyebrows. But as I said before, if you prefer Santa with eyebrows, then you can feel free to use them. Then place the hair on each side and make sure to sew them to the beard as well, so both pieces are linked. And I decided not to glue on the glasses, so they are still removable. But you can decide to glue on it, so like that you cannot remove them. It's up to you. And for the ears, only glue or sew half of them to make sure they stick out. And finally, place the hat and sew it or glue it to the head. So now you should be done with your Santa. I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. Leave me a comment if you have any question. Let me know. I'm happy to answer to all of your questions. If you want to make Mrs. class, the tutorial is right here. I just want to take a minute to thank you because this year I've been so good for my crochet business, for my channel, and it's thanks to you guys. So I want to thank you, to wish you the best holidays ever with your family, with your friends. I love you guys. Thank you so much for your support, and I see you very soon for new crochet tutorials. Bye bye.